Hello and welcome everybody as we finally actually get into this game of the Mineski Pro Gaming League season number 6, sponsored by Gigabyte, SteelSeries, ViewSonic, as well as the Secret Shop Philippines. So huge shout out to the sponsors for actually making this happen. But it's going to be a 2-game series, MVP.HOT6 versus Rave. We are HeflaTV, of course, the English coverage for you. I am Coucher and I am joined by HeflaMog.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like, I don't even know how that works anymore. Like, I know that north base versus the south base and their creeps and heroes and stuff. Like, I have to get back into the whole business. I haven't been casting, I don't know, the entire September, except for like 1 or 2 exceptions. Yeah, HeflaMog is busy with all the organization in the background, but it's worth it because there's a lot of awesome things to come. New tournaments, new everything, including artwork, for example. We also have sponsors that makes a lot of things possible in the future. So yeah, just hang in there, guys. There's a lot of things to come. But either way, MVP.HOT6 versus Rave. Rave is the favorite, judging by the last 4 games, I think. Like, I just checked their stats a bit, and Rave won 2-0 or 3-0, 2-0 or 1-0 in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 tournaments they had against MVP.HOT6. So we have to see if they can break this streak.
I mean, Rave overall has been just looking so ridiculously strong, and what do you know, they do pick up the center as well as the Vengeful for themselves. That's probably one of the more common openings I've seen for the draft. Of course, the Terrorblade and the Medusa banned by HOT6. It actually, those two are the heroes that Rave love to run as well at the moment. And, oh man, they're picking up a Magnus as well. Usually they have played the Magnus plus the Medusa together, but what do you think we're going to see as the partner for Magnus now? I mean, who do they empower up?
That's a good question. Like, I mean, for Magnus, you want 2 things. Of course, something that benefits from the ultimate. So, I don't know, we have already a Centaurona. That's one hero that does proper AoE, unlike the heroes all clumped together. A Spectre is now picked up. It's not the hero I was actually thinking of, but, well, it's at least something. I mean, if there's really a huge clash, Spectre obviously does some AoE, plus the dagger through all of it is some AoE. I don't know. Like, if that's enough, we have to see. But of course, the Magnus is also some nice setup. Like, especially now in 6.82, when a game is pretty much never over. I mean, I haven't been casting in September, but I have been watching pretty much everything from Tier 1 to Tier 3 Dota. And 6.82 for me means that you should never fall asleep because, I don't know, they were just standing at the fountain and 10 minutes later, suddenly they won the game. On the other side, it's like, what the hell happened there? It's a wonderland of comebacks so far and of forever long games. So for us casters, that means it's even more exhausting. Either way, back to the heroes. Like, A Spectre, definitely something for the late game, as well as the Naga. I guess that Naga is obviously a one position, so yeah, it's a bit of farm fest, and we have to see how the heroes around those two, yeah, make space for them.
I just have to say that Naga Siren in a core role, plus a Nature's Prophet, and Rave, if they don't end this early, how the hell are they gonna deal with the split push? I guess Spectre is a good enough hero for that, just push out one lane and when a team fighter ups, just haunt to it. But other than that, just Naga Siren, Nature's Prophet. I'm not too sure if you saw the game of Cloud9 versus Alliance yesterday.
Yep,
They
yep.
just
I
kept
watched
on
parts of
going
it.
and going and going with just one Naga Siren. I mean, just imagine if the Nature's Prophet had been there as well. So, I think Rave, they just have to get their early rotations going for themselves to just try to shut down the Naga or at least delay the Radiance. Because if he gets it with a decent timing, as in like 18 something minutes, 18, maybe 20, this game just might be extremely hard all of a sudden for Rave. But then again, they do have that potential of just a huge reverse polarity to set everything up, Hoofstomp Double H to follow, and then Spectre with the Empower just cleaving through, potentially. But
Yep.
HOT6, they have Lich as a defensive hero as well to help out a little bit Rave. Picking up a Sand King and actually Ninja Boogie I do believe usually plays both the Sand King and the Vengeful. Of course, no clue what he's gonna play now, which one he prefers more, but at least Sand King, so it's just I love when the team has just multiple sources of initiation. I mean Sand
Yep.
King, Magnus and the Centaur, all of them can jump in.
Absolutely. Like, we have nice initiation. You already said it. Centaur, Magnus, Sand King. And even with the synergy, like, we have now a Sand King Epicenter waiting for a Magnus RP, a Centaur coming in with double edge, and of course Spectre already said what like AoE potential is there. On top of that, we have 3 stuns with the Centaur, Vengeful, as well as the Sand King, and maybe even if you count the RP in, like, that's the 4th stun with a higher CD. But that's of course something where MVP has to be really careful, especially Witch Dog. Like, he won't be happy channeling anything. Like, someone will always be there to interrupt him. They have multiple things to interrupt him. And the Lich, to be honest, I wanted to see the Lich on Rave's side. That would have been a nice synergy with the RP. Then again, we often see, I don't know, some unlucky bounces where you have, like, I don't know, 3 heroes RP next to each other, and then suddenly it jumps somewhere else into Nirvana to, like, a rogue creep standing around. Either way, Witch Dog is the last one for MVP.
Who's the core for them now? Ogre, Lich, or Witch Doctor?
I don't know. It's like,
Is the farming Witch Doctor, because that could be pretty sick, but like I already mentioned, there's so many stuns that could potentially just stop the ultimate, and a core Witch Doctor is all about just getting the Aghanims and going berserk with the Death Ward. Of course, Ogre, just core, would be something fun to see.
yeah, I don't know. Okra, fun to see. The good thing about Okra is a relatively tanky hero. He comes along with an insane amount of armor. I mean, that hero starts with like 6 armor, and that is, I don't know, so much higher in comparison to other like support or like roaming support. So he also has like a nice base strength gain, which means it's actually a hero that you can build up. And we saw some teams already trying it, but to be honest, also in the last some days of watching Dota, like, I've seen Okras also, I don't know, not having too much of an impact, and it's one of those heroes that is, I don't know, if he doesn't get the farm, or if the team around him doesn't perform or doesn't benefit from the setups, the stuns, and even the bloodlust buff, it just doesn't feel right. So for me, the solo draft is Rave's draft. I have to admit it. Then again, a Naga is a Naga and a Spectre is a Spectre. We have to see how they both perform. Stun-wise, I prefer Rave, but then again, we also have more split push potential by MVP. And as I said, it's 6.82. Never say never in this patch. Like, everything can come back, everything can even red throw, even Alliance old classic red strategy still works in 8.2. So let's see where this is going. We have Naga and Nature's Prophet ratting potentially, and that could be it.
Yeah, so how do we see the laning overall? I mean, I think for Rave it's rather standard. Magnus mid, Spectre safe lane farming with Vengeful Spirit tanking, supporting, and Centaur off lane, but MVP, do they go aggressive try lane? I mean, Lich, Ogre plus Witch Doctor, it could be actually really annoying for Rave. Especially that would mean that Sand King actually can't go into the jungle to freely stack and farm. Plus,
Yep.
I mean, Spectre, Sand King, and Vengeful Spirit on level 1, I don't think they're all that scary, to be honest.
Nope, they're like, none of them really have, I don't know, the craziest potential, and both those options you just said, they consist of at least 1 stun plus a slow following. And if that's enough to actually make something happen in lane, that's the good question. I mean, I don't know. Like 6.82, as I said, this is the first cast for me in 6.82, and it's like I don't know, like what the games I watched. Have you watched, by the way, Cloud9 versus Newbie, like
Oh, I
the
didn't
games
see
today?
it.
3-0, 3-0.
Well, they had a one game advantage as well.
Yeah, Clairvoyance was obviously cast in, and he was really, you could hear how disappointed he was at Cloud9. Lost all 3 matches.
When I saw the score, I was also like, oh man.
Yeah,
Do you think Alliance could have done better?
I don't know, like in comparison, to be honest, Cloud9, it really felt like they had a crazy bash. But to be honest, it all came down to Death Prophet. Like the Death Prophets in 6.82, for me, this hero is still, I feel it's so strong because it's a hero that you just can't stop. That ultimate is just floating around, and there are so many 4-stuffs, swaps, Yule Scepters, whatsoever, like partial immunity. Now even Omni Knight is being picked up, BKBs on that hero as well. Of course, general tankiness. It's just an insane hero. Like I'm glad we don't have it here, because sometimes for me it's really pain to watch those heroes. Like they're just standing there and there's nothing you can do. You really sometimes wait till that damn ultimate is over, and even afterwards you don't have like a much better position, because mostly the objectives are already done. Like a tower is down, a Rex is down, and then they just run back and come later with a new exorcism.
It's just so frustrating to play up against the hero like a Death Prophet. Like I said, when the ultimate is going, at least when it's like level 2 or level 3 ultimate already, you can't do anything about it pretty much. If you go in, you have to burst him down, and if you can't, you're pretty much dead.
Yep.
So it's really annoying.
By the way,
did it
it's
get
pretty
banned
much
out, by the way, in the first phase or something? I'm not too sure, but
I think it was banned out or ignored, but that would surprise me if it was ignored. Either way, we have Naga reconnecting, and I just wanted to say something about the Naga, because you were just saying something about bursting down, and to be honest, it comes down to the same thing here. Because unless the Naga is in the RP, or somehow otherwise occupied, let's say Magic Missile or anything else, like if they get a nice RP, there's always a Naga song that can stop it completely. Like bam, RP, maybe they get a score through, but then Naga will sing, sing song. Try to speak Chinese there. Anyway, but yeah, the Naga song, I definitely like it. It can really screw Rave's initiation. They have a huge problem against that Naga song, so preferably the initiation should come on the Naga, burst her down, and from there on pretty much the entire MVP draft is crumbling. If that Naga is down, then who wants to pick it up? I just don't see it happening.
well, I guess Rave, they might just go really aggressive early on and fight when the Naga Siren isn't ready yet, because even when Naga Siren finishes his Radiance, for the like next 5 minutes or something, he still just wants to farm, not join fights or anything. So yep. I think Rave just have to take the best possible way they can, just to take initiative early on and not have the Naga Siren completely overtake the game. But it's always so hard to do that, especially if the Nature Prophet is also just ratting on another lane at the same time, probably. And yep. We have another pause.
Yeah, and I used that pause this time to like introduce at least Rave's side here, starting in the safe lane. We have Cast here on the Vengeful Spirit, and besides him there's Jo on the Spectre, obviously farming, and pretty much the most important hero when it comes to farm. In the mid we have Rio on the Magnus, so also spotlight on him about those RPs. They have to come, and the Naga has to be in there. Then on the Sand King we have NB, and also besides him we have Chrissy waiting for the runes, and goddamn, those runes in 6.82.
Yeah, so the rune contention is just so crazy. Multiple bottles on teams all the time. But for MVP Musica, we'll be playing the Naga Siren with Nuts on the Witch Doctor, leaving Roji to play a mid lane Ogre Magi with a stand-in FU on the Nature Prophet, and the last one will be Jubei on the Lich. But man, mid lane Ogre, I thought it's like either it's safe lane Ogre or just tri lane Ogre with a mid lane Naga, but man, I'm expecting great multicast skill to come out.
Yeah, multicast skill, that's what it comes down to. But yeah, unlucky rune top, it was a regeneration, but of course bottom, they get both rooms and the bounty one gets to Jo, so he has pretty much experience of one creep. The first one is, well, it's a nice gimmick, especially if you get it on your carry, but it's nothing significant. But then later the bounty runes, they actually get quite tasty, especially if you're even in a bad position and you're a support and you happen to get that bounty rune. It's a nice little bonus. Like the gold equals like several CS, which you usually don't get, especially in those games where you have to make space for Naga and Spectre that have like just the priority farm everywhere.
Well, at the moment we can see Roji is extremely aggressive mid lane, just putting on the Ignite onto Rio non-stop and actually go for the right clicks, and Ogre Magi 7 armor already with only 2 iron branches. He can definitely just man fight up against Magnus, who actually has a decent enough base armor himself, sitting at 4. But, I mean, overall in this mid lane matchup, who do you think should have the upper hand?
To be honest, like when it comes down to spamming and harassing and range and whatnot, I think the Orc Magi will win if he goes for that Ignite build, which he already chose to go for. Then again, the Magnus will obviously restore a lot of HP with the bottle as well. He found his bottle already, it's there. Once they've used Orc Magi, it will come in just a second when he finds some CS. This one, for example, and 2 more, then he got his bottle. But yeah, then I think it's like a 4 from back. And just rotations or some nice rune spawns will decide about this mid lane.
It's definitely up to the supports as well to just try to help out the lanes as oh man, Spectre. He's gonna struggle so hard on this bottom lane. Since Lich, well, just non-stop Frost Blast, sacrifice, Frost Blast, sacrifice, Frost Blast.
And this is just level 1. This is just a level 1 Frostblast at the moment, harassing him and actually cost him quite some regeneration. Like he already had to go for 2 tangos, more will follow, plus of course the range of a Furion. But yeah, we have the first smoke. It's top. It's running out, but they might find the Witch Dog here.
Well, they might. Ninja Boogie going for a smart route as well. He has boots of speed. They're gonna go for it. There's the burst strike. Beautifully set up. Hoof stop to follow. Actually, never mind. Magic Missile is there. Easy first blood. Chrissy picks it up with his double H level 1.
That's
Center,
exactly what I said in the draft. Like they have 3 stuns, and with 2 supports that roam, coming to the guy who's laning and also having a stun. I mean, in this case, they didn't even need the 3rd stun, but if it was any target or later in the game it's a target with more HP, then yeah, they can just lock 1 target down. So if they find it, they will get it.
I really like how Ninja Boogie went as well, just through the trees and coming in from behind, making it so that Witch Doctor just no escape at all, no chance. And of course, I really like when supports such as Sand King start with boots of speed as well, just to make sure you can actually get close, because level 1 Burrow Strike is just a such crappy range spell. But Ninja Boogie now is just stacking up the jungle for himself, and I guess if he can just do this freely since nobody's really interrupting him, he's probably gonna have like a 9-minute blink dagger, I think.
Yep. And it's also the potential that those 2 roaming supports have, because if I look at those lanes, who can they kill? The only lane that is somehow protected is maybe the Naga lane, but even the Naga is getting at the moment just harassed by the Center Warner, right clicks, and maybe here and there double edge when he has the Tranquil Boots online. But even mid, like the Ogre, once he's stunned and then skewered back and maybe a second stun, he's dead. The same goes for the Nature's Prophet. Like a Lich being there, it doesn't help you at all. It's just a Frost Blast, maybe slowing you if you have to follow a target, but that's the good thing about a stun setup as they have it. You don't need to follow a target, you don't need to chase them, it's just locked down in one place, and then, yeah, Nature's Prophet will die easily, Ogre pretty much the same, and Naga if the Witch Dog is not around. So I think Rave should go for some more rotations, and maybe we see one now with Cast going top.
Yeah, they don't really need much more than just 2 stuns onto Naga. I mean, he has 700 HP, but Double H is level 2. They're gonna go for it. Magic Missile to set things up. Double H to follow. Hoofstop is waiting for it. There it comes. You actually need a few more right clicks. Paralyzed Casket should be enough, I think, and Snare is there with the Voodoo Restoration. So Musica actually escaped. If Chrissy was level 5, I think it would have been the kill with that level 3 Double H, but I mean, thank God for Naga Siren that she survived.
No, I think MVP has to say thank God that the Sand King like gave up his job as a rotating support and wants to go more farming. He grabbed some XP in the mid lane, now stacked his jungle. We have like a quadruple stack here in the mid already. That's quite some tasty gold and experience for him once he's going in. He has level 1 Sandstorm, but I think he's even going in, or will he stack one more and then going in with level 3, meaning level 2 Sandstorm? That's the question I have, but I think he might even try it with level 1 Sandstorm, but for now he's just stacking, trying to make it a quintuple. But I don't think he's gonna be successful with it, no.
Oh, it's so close.
No.
I think he should have just gone to stack up the mid camp instead, probably because
yeah,
just that camp was way too huge as it was anyway. But looks like Cast, he's actually made his home the top lane now on the Vengeful Spirit, just making it so that Naga Siren actually doesn't have complete free farm at the very least. And in the meantime, looking at the mid lane, Magnus kind of winning the lane 22 and 11 compared to 13 and 5. So Roichi is struggling a little bit. And Ninja Boogeyman, he's just soaking up the XP. He wants that level 3 because, well, level 1 Sandstorm, it's way too slow in the jungle.
Yeah, it's way too weak. It's not farming enough. And he's like one creep, an unshared creep away from his level 3. That's kind of important that he gets this one. Either way, like in comparison, the course at the moment, the Naga is, even though the lane is having quite some trouble, obviously, like they got the first blood there, like they tried to go for the Naga. But yeah, she's still fine in the CS. And in comparison to Jo on the Spectre, a lot more. Spectre is at the moment on 11-0 and has to go back all the time because that Lich now with level 3 Frost Blast is just driving him out of lane. Now all tangles used, the salve used, from now on there's nothing left but your 1 HPS base regeneration.
It's really hard for him. I mean, even solo up against Nature Prophet, he would be struggling up a little bit, I think, especially considering that Nature Prophet went for that Orb of Venom as well. But the Lich just makes it that much harder, and even if Cheo got a perfect creep score, even then he wouldn't be as good with farm as the Naga Siren just because of the sacrifice.
Yep. And when we look at the hero levels, we might actually have some. Oh, but they have a go here on the center. There's the stun, but Magic Missile interrupting the Witch Dog, and now they kind of turn it around, but she's singing and they can't do anything.
Oh man, that's how the horn comes out. Oh, nice two-man hoof stop. They're actually gonna get the counter kills onto Fu, I think. Nature Prophet, yes, he's gonna go down. They want to go for Chrissy, but it's just not enough to Riptide. It wasn't a free. There's the Stampede as well. They're gonna go for the counter kills. Nuts, he's gonna be the first target, I think. Although Chube, he comes in as well. Does he have the Frostblast already on cooldown? So they do get Spectre in the end. Just chasing a little bit too far now, guys. He's gonna get slowed down, stunned up by the Ogre. No multicast, but not really necessary. So in the end, MVP, it's a 2-for-1.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a 2-for-1. MVP came actually victorious out of this fight, surprisingly. The Magnus, and that's kind of surprising, he had a TP and he's level 7. To be honest, going in there, alone his level 4 Shockwave could have gotten a kill, and if he landed a double RP, maybe even more. I think Rave, with the rotation of the Magnus, could have done a lot more, but they thought like, okay, Jo is enough, but Jo did not receive anything in that top lane apart from, or like aside from the Nature's Prophet XP from his kill, but that's it, and then he died. So I don't know if that first hunt was really worth it. But I mean, the teams do what they are supposed to do. Farming, relatively passive, some small roaming here and there, getting level 6 and trying the first, and this was the first fight we saw on level 6.
Spectre just isn't the tankiest of heroes to begin with, and the Lich just coming in with a level 3 Frost Blast, doing so much damage already. Plus, of course, man, Voodoo Restoration, keeping the Witch Doctor alive there as well. So nice rotation by MVP, and like you said, maybe Rave should have just had Rio rotate in as well on the Magnus. Not too sure if he had a TP scroll at the same time, did he?
I don't know, I didn't watch it, I just looked shortly after the fight and in that he actually had the TP scroll. Then again, he might be interested in just getting his fast arcane boots, and which he has right now, and the next step should be the dagger. To be honest, it's kind of surprising that he goes for it, like, I mean, for the arcanes before the dagger. Because I think if you have a bottle and you start with decent HP, then RP, mostly you can even get one sip in mid of the fight. It should be enough, at least for like Skewer Shockwave RP combo when you're like level 7, level 8, but he chooses to go for RP, for arcane boots, and I don't know if that's the wise choice. I thought he shows more action early on.
I don't mind it though, just because that way you can actually stay at the mid lane, farm, and actually have enough for a TP, and then for more as well. Of course, I guess your bottle will be refilled like 90% of the time since the double rune spawn now. You can just go to one rune spot ahead of time and guarantee yourself a refill bottle, but...
Talking about runes, like, I think the average runes, like, I think about 90% went to Rave. Like, MVP really not... Oh, what is this in the mid? There's the ultimate of the Lich flying just to get him slowed, but he skewered away and the Orc didn't get the initiation. That is some wasted ultimate, like, big question mark.
I'm at the lack for words, really. That was way too optimistic for like anything. There was no way they're gonna get it unless the Magnus just runs into the creep with the Chain Frost for some reason. And whoa, Rior. Oh, here comes the reverse polarity cancelling. Some Magnus players are actually, I think most Magnus players love to do it. Yep. I'm just, at one point, they're bound to mess up, and once that reverse polarity is randomly on cooldown on the ground, It's like such a huge waste. Chris actually might be in some trouble. Fu comes in as well. He needs this pro. They're gonna get it, but they just don't have enough damage. I think there's the haunt as well. They want to turn it around. Stampede comes through. Chris, he's gonna be safe. No Maledict, no nothing. Although Geo, does he really want to go in? Didn't he learn from his past mistakes?
I don't know if they can actually do something, but yeah, here on the Witch Dog, even with a level 2 Voodoo Restoration, there's the Naga song, and this is a setup, because Ogre is coming in, and they want something, but I don't know, 4 versus 4, pretty much, now double Sprout, but they want to go, nope, the Magnus is here, up, he's still not used, they want to go for the Naga, but I think Jayo is the one to die first, no, he's not, Naga is going down, and now they have to turn it around.
Alrighty, oh, he got stunned just before his own stun came off cooldown. Double H to follow up, and now there's the epicenter. Fu is gonna just get demolished by Ninja Boogie. They're gonna leave the 1 kill to him, and now Jubei, he's trying to heal himself up. Nice burrow strike, though. 1 more right click, that's all they need. What a disastrous fight for MVP, and just really nice turnarounds. Plus, of course, Magnus. Oh, they're gonna get more. Oh my god, the blink on Chrissy already. Blink hoof stomp. Man, this fight.
And nicely done there, like Jo is taking up the tower, the centaur, like I mean he knew he's gonna be in kill range once that tower is attacking him, especially after the double edge, but yeah, Jo had the tower aggro, just getting the Witch Dog and making that a complete team vibe. This hurt MVP so much, this was such a cluster fight, like it was, I don't even know, I think MVP completely underestimated the potential there once the Magnus joined the fray, and now the Magnus has obviously the Blink Dagger, even though the range creep was faster. I found it so funny actually that like, hey, take that kill, and the range creep was like, no, you shall not have this kill. Just stole it from him, but he got the dagger either way.
I mean, 12 minutes in, they have 3 Blink Daggers ready. They even have Arcane Boots on Sand King, and if you have this crazy amount of initiation and just the power to really blow up anybody on the map at the moment, how does MVP react to this? I guess Musica doesn't have too bad of a farm, just sitting on the Boots of Speed, Aquila plus 2.1k gold, but can he farm it up safely, or even if he can, will his team just keep on dying? I mean, Rave, they should definitely just look for fights non-stop with the Blinks, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to be honest, Rave is at the moment making up for like the very limited farm on Jo, on the Spectre, but I mean, with the 3 Blink Daggers, with the amazing farm they have on those 3 heroes, plus of course the stun setup and the good fights they can take with it, they don't need even a Spectre that is so farmed. The Spectre can come online a bit later, and he's going for that early, I don't know, early fighting build. He's not going AFK in some lane till he got like Radiance and what else item. No, Urn of Shadows, Face Boots, that brings him online very early. He can come in whenever, gathering those stacks, and then yeah, it hurts quite a lot, this early Spectre. Like this is 1 point in Dispersion at the moment, the second one will come in just a second, then Urn Charge, Dagger damage, and of course the right clicks. That's all he's contributing to the fights at the moment.
Well, the Desolate does hurt quite a lot. It's almost like having a random Sacred Relic in your inventory, more or less. Of course it's pure damage as well, so I guess slightly better when it's maxed out. But at the moment, MVP, they are trying to farm up as Rave, they are grouped themselves, and oh, the smoke breaks from Ninja Boogie, they're gonna find Chubei. I don't think support is close enough, or never mind, that's the haunt, they're gonna go for it, they don't mind, and Chubei, wow, the Desolate, wing work, they're gonna go for more, Orochi might be in trouble, reverse part, they already used the music, they used the skewer as well, there's the epicenter coming through, 3 heroes down, the Death Ward might get Chio with the right clicks, never mind. Fu, he got stunned up by the Burrow Strike, they're gonna lose Ninja Boogie though, really nice Death Ward from Nuts, but doesn't matter at all in the end, just 4 heroes down once again. They're going to get Nuts to follow up, just a few right clicks, the Shockwave comes through, and well, 5 for 1, man. Rave just MVP, they came in kind of 1 by 1.
This was actually so sad to see. Like I really feel with MVP at the moment, because that Death Ward, it was beautiful. Like, oh, look at this ultimate! It's on the Magnus and the Frostblast behind it, just getting the kill. Even another bouncy on the Vengeful Spirit, maybe even one on Jo. No, they are escaping, but at least the Lich got like the revenge. He was like, nah, we don't make this like a 1-5 trade, we make this a 2-5 trade. Still worse for MVP, no question.
Yeah, that fight was so damn horrible really in the jungle that just happened there. Especially since there was a pretty nice epicenter coming in from Ninja Boogie as well. I think it pretty much connected spot on onto 2 enemy heroes or something. And so far, the Ogre Magi just haven't felt any impact at all from him.
Yeah. No, not really. But let's see. This is still not over. As I said, there is still a Naga. Oh, but first there's a stun here on the Sand King. But yeah, Sandstorm, and then do. He's getting out.
Well, I think it's safe to say Rave, they are looking pretty
look, bottom. Oh, beautifully done. Have you seen that? Skewer directly into the stun double edge, and that's about it. Mr. Nature's Prophet down in seconds.
Well, just the power of blink daggers. We're seeing it just spot on at the moment. And MVP, what is their goal? How do they deal with this? Do they just keep on farming on the Naga, hope for the Radiance, and just kind of turtle and rat it out together with the Nature's Prophet? Or I guess they can't really go fight themselves. Ogre, of course, would want to try to go for kills with some lucky multicast, but it's not
to be honest,
really.
last fight, I mean, if we look back on that last fight and ask ourselves, like, what did we need in that fight to actually make it a win? We needed that Lich ultimate, because the Death Ward brought them so low, but first we have a Magnus, invisible, 2 targets, there's the RP, Jo coming in, but the skewer is completely off, but, oh god, la 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 la, and everybody's out.
Oh, I think they might get somebody still. Are there blinks on cooldown on everybody? Well, they had Stampede as well if they really wanted to, but I guess the moment passed, kind of, reverse polarity on cooldown. But this skewer...
This was Rio's. Rio just gave away 2 kills there, because the skewer would have brought it in range for the Sand King, means no song possible, and then the center would have found the additional stun, the 3rd stun pretty much after RP Burst Strike, and that would have been easy kills, but like, yeah, if...
Oh, mid lane, Jo, the Fire Blast comes out with the Paralyzing Cask as well. There's the Death Ward, well, there's no escape. Or, oh, a 4-man Burrow Strike. Oh god, actually he's gonna go for the runaway, just in case somebody has sentries or dust, but... Man.
There are sentries, unfortunately for the wrong side. 2 sentries there in the mid, and now, oh, the race for the rune. It's a haste rune, and yeah. NB is like, there you shall have to stun, and he gets it.
Yeah, even the H-Prophet tried to TP and would have been a little bit too late anyway. So, Rave, they do lose their Spectre, which is, I guess, still good for MVP, since Spectre isn't all that scary. I mean, has trumps at the moment. Not too sure if he's even gonna go for the Radiance at all this game, of course. Radiance on a Spectre is such a great tool just because it helps him farm. And Spectre otherwise, you just have to go creep by creep by creep, just right click them down pretty much.
What do you say about the, what do you say to the Nature's Prophet? Like the, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 Null's Talisman plus the Plate Mare with PTs. Like, at the start this build was kinda a surprise, and it was successful, sort of. But now I think everybody overcame this, like, plus the fact that we are 17 minutes in and he wasn't really too active to justify this build, to be honest. Like, I'm not a big fan of it.
To be honest, I think it's a valid point to make that he hasn't been inactive enough to justify it. He could have just gone for a hand of Midas, for example.
Look at mid.
Oh man. There's the multicast final coming in. Chain Frost to come as well. Actually the Death Ward just onto the illusions, although Jo is in no man's land. He's actually gonna make the escape so far though. One more stun, anything to right clicks from Fu. Actually, oh, the swap from Cast, keeping Jo alive for the timing. Multicast onto Cast in return. Nice RP onto 4 enemy heroes. Are you kidding me? Double edge to follow up.
Beautiful.
A massacre.
Beautiful. The doo-doo-doo is coming right after, but there was nothing left but skeletons on the ground.
And this RP.
Yeah, that RP, it came so late. I actually thought this fight is over. Okay, Rave made it out pretty much on their toes because Jo was super low.
Oh,
that swap.
Musica, man, fighting with Jo for a little while now. Forced to use the ensnare, and Musica doesn't have a TP yet. But he has his Sacred Relic already, so if he dies now, it's gonna set him back quite far. One more right click, he's gonna go down, no song.
Yeah, and if it wasn't the right click, then it was another charge of that urn, easy going. And they might even go for more, because there's the Witch Dog, but the skewer is missing. Okay, that doesn't work still. That Naga kill, she lost about 300 gold in that one, and that's obviously the 300 gold missing to the Radiance recipe. The Radiance is something that could have brought them back, but oh, Ogre, that's a bit bold here, and yeah, he's gonna pay for that. The first one is stunned, they get him, and maybe the Witch Dog as a follow-up. But yeah, with the Nature's Wrath, I think they have to go back, even though urns and bottles, they regenerate so fast up.
Rave, they're just playing absolutely splendid at the moment. I mean, overall, the last days I've seen them, or the last weeks, they are really playing like a top tier team, to be honest. Just nice drafts, nice execution as well, and I just love that they're going aggressive early. I mean, they don't care that they have a Spectre, they're still using the Haunt every single time to fight. And now going for the towers as well. Oh man, Musica, he has to get his Radiance, he has to start making something happen on the Naga Siren, because it looks like he's really their only hope at the moment.
Yeah. And it completely worked out. I mean, we said it earlier, what Rave was doing. They completely ignored Jo. He was like, come on, you have to survive alone on your lane. And Well, it worked. He came in for the Hounds with the Urn equipped and the Urn with those early charges. Now he can work with them, help the team go aggressive with the Urn charges. It's all working out for them. Oh, but there's a Hound.
Into the
for
jungle they go, and
oh god, that Naga.
That is just such a huge kill. And actually, the skewer comes back onto Nuts. He's gonna go down immediately, I think. Although the Voodoo Restoration is there. Nice hoof stomp onto Roji. Double S to get 1 kill. But the Chain Force actually might bounce pretty damn nicely with the Paralyzing Cast. Never mind. He has the reverse polarity as well. Oh, the swap comes out here. He's once again still alive. Finally, the Fire Blast comes through. A nice 2-man Berserk from Ninja Boogie though. They're gonna lose 2. Jubei gonna get stunned up actually. Maybe a little bit too much even. But Fu. Well, is he gonna get chased down? Blade Mail activated. Go for the TP out. No stuns. Everybody used them already. So one man
Everybody
escaped,
was like, no, we shall not put our spells into your Blade Mail. So I don't know. Like if MVP trades, they trade in a horrible.
Just look at the fight recap. It's ridiculous. One team got 4 kills. They got 4,400 XP. MVP, they got 1 kill but got 2.8k XP.
Yeah. Welcome to Wonderland 6.82.
Oh man, but still, look at the graphs. Net worth 14,000 in the favor of Rave.
Oh, actually, and they found someone else here. Look at the Nature's Prophet. But where did he TP in? Look where he's TP in. He's locked in there. That means now the center. He's probably getting out, and that's it. Even that Death Ward won't do anything, but just, yeah, cost him some HP. But Jesus Christ.
Oh man, just the 4 staffs coming into play. They have 3 4 staffs, 3 blink daggers. Man, those guys with the blinks, they're all the ones to have the 4 staves as well. And Centaur is gonna have a pipe finished soon enough. Just the rate of farm that they have, just from the kills alone, more or less. Yes, they destroyed every single tier 1, but wow. Plus, of course, the 2 kills onto Musicus Naga Siren have been absolutely monumental for Rave. Since still no Radiance.
It's their mobility item choices. I definitely love it. I mean, if your Blink Dagger is on cooldown, or obviously there are quite some spells where.
Oh, Ninja Boogie! Channeling the epicenter, gonna go for music, and there's the Burster coming out as well. He's gonna get the kill, and well, once again, it's just Skewer the swap as well. How the Skewer actually misses because of it, but Nuts, well, there's no escape.
Oh well, he can stall sometime, but that's all he's doing. The Shockwave is gonna finish him, but yeah, nice do from the Sand King here. Like, the Naga didn't expect it, and that Naga died now the 3rd time. Like, he died when he had 600 down to, say it, 300. He died at 800 down to 500, and now he died again, and that cost him also like 200 something gold. So I don't know how often he lost his recipe for that damn Radiance. And that Radiance really makes a difference for his farming speed, but he doesn't get it up. We're 23 minutes in. Like, if I get my Radiance in a pop at 23 minutes, I'm getting flamed.
that's certainly true, and it's not like he has drums as well on top of it or something. So
yeah,
really
it's
isn't all
just
that
a pure
fast.
Radiance with the Aquila on top. Like a little stats spice in the whole mix, but Aquila is a good item, but yeah, stats-wise, it's very limited.
The thing is as well that... Oh, I actually completely lost my train of thought at the moment. I have no idea what I was going at.
You're not used to cast with me anymore. I bring you out of your concept.
I guess so. But just, I mean, I guess the graphs, they were just so damn hugely in the favor of Rave that I completely got baffled. But I mean, a 16,000 net worth lead plus a 17,000 XP lead, 23 minutes in. It is literally the first time I have seen such a huge lead in 6.82 this early. Usually it's like maximum 7,500 and that's it. But Chrissy, they're gonna go for Roji. Roji is backing off. I mean, he has the mech as well, has had it for some time, but really hasn't made too much of a difference. Finally the Radiance though. Hallelujah.
Yeah, let's celebrate. Like, let's play a song or something. That Radiance came up 24 minutes. It doesn't change the fact, for now at least. I mean, she will farm better, faster, if that's enough to stop Rave, because at the moment Rave is, they're waiting at each and every corner, and I think the Walker might be the next one there. Rio, he's ready to plank. The only thing they need is vision and a nice score, and that Ogre is dead.
I mean, Rio, they're gonna go, oh, the Skewer just barely misses though. But Rio, he's even picked up a BKB now. Pipe is finished up on Chrissy as well, and look at Fu, Nature's Prophet, just farming up on the enemy high ground in their jungle.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing I want to state though. It's again related to 6.82. That patch is just a miracle for comebacks, and to be honest,
who's on bot to Rochi? They want to go. There's the Horn coming out as well. Paralyzing Casket there. Reverse polarity once again catches 3 enemy heroes. Just easy cleanup duty now to be had. 4 heroes down. I don't even know where the 4th really died, but Well, this game
He
is
died
just...
in mid from a doo-doo-doo. That was a doo-doo-doo killing the Nature's Prophet in the mid when he tried to rat that tower. He brought the tower on about 50%, but that's it. So 4-for-0 trade. I was just trying to make my comment about comebacks in 6.82, but I didn't expect like 4 of them dying. Naga being just not involved in this game because she still needs to farm. They get the tier 3 tower. They're tanky enough to not even care about creep wave or not. And this tower is going down. It won't be Rex, because they will be back in time, I think, to defend. But
Both
of course, if they lose the
polarity,
fight,
well,
it's Rex.
they are trying to go for it. I guess they're feeling confident enough, although I'm not too sure if it's warranted really. They don't have really any of their big ultimates. And yeah, they are backing off, but they just got so much damage done. And once their ultimates come off cooldown, they can easily go again. And in the meantime, Cheo, he has his own Sacred Relic, 675 gold away from the Radiance recipe. And he also has a Yash. Man, Naga
Oh, look at the mid. The Ogre is already being stunned. There's the double edge, but there's no follow-up whatsoever. Like, now he's getting stunned, follow-up, but even there's no follow-up from the other side. So in the end, it's just like a little fall from back. But oh, the Nature's Prophet is coming in. Where's the Sprout? Actually, the Sprout got the Magnus in there. He's invisible, but not showing himself. Now the Magnus, do we have RP on him? No, 20 seconds still. That would have been a beautiful setup. 4 heroes RP, tasty, but oh, look at it. Triple burst strike, and he's still waiting for the RP. He wants his RP, but maybe the Sand King is dying. Oh, the Death Ward, beautiful, but also a beautiful swap cast, though, eating a lot of damage. He's going down, and now, I don't know, is that maybe at least a tier 1, some gold for MVP?
I'd like to say I doubt it, because just not happening. They're gonna kill the creep wave so damn fast. The shock waves already from the Magnus is almost enough, plus of course a double aging creep wave
like,
down.
Imagine this RP was ready. Like, seriously, like the first time he was invisible and beside, like, right next to 4 heroes, it was on 25 seconds. Like, at the end of the fight, when that triple burst strike came, it was on 11 or 12 seconds or something. So really, let's go all on a time machine and somehow buy us 10 seconds, then we would have seen a awesome RP.
Well, they do have it ready now. They're going for the tier 2, and I guess they can just kind of push in mid lane and rotate bottom or something. Of course, Cheo pushing out to bottom lane as well. Has his own Radiance finished. Another 700, 800 gold on top of that already. And what does Naga Siren have? Just Radiance and Boots of Travels. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's not very impressive. And oh, that Ogre, man, he's manly. He's even fire blasting creeps now just to get some range CSing up. And well, we have 4 Rave members here in the mid, while Jo, well, he can be anywhere on the map because of Hound, and the Nature's Prophet is also trying to do something. They're still a tier 1 tower. They use the cliff, and well, Jo already entering the base.
I think it's gonna be really easy, Rex. Maybe with the Song of Siren they can set something up with a beautiful Death Ward. Nope, Stampede! There's the stun onto Roach as well. They use the Haunt. They're gonna skewer back Roach, and actually he's pretty damn tanky with the Song of Siren, keeping him alive. But do they have enough to just turn it around? There's still reverse priority. BKB onto Rior as well. Nice Sprout, though, keeps him in place. Fudo in complete no man's land. Ninja Boogie goes in with the epicenter. 2 heroes down, no buyback on either of them. And they don't really need to chase, but while Jeo, he wants the kills, they're gonna swap out nuts. Oh man, Cass just sneaky
I don't
plays.
understand, like I really don't understand. They had the chance to reset the fight, maybe only sacrifice a Rex for it, but they restarted the fight because they didn't go back on that song, and I just don't know what that was. Like, Nature's Prophet in such an awkward position. They will get the Rex here. I don't think it's enough for a second Rex, but let's see. Maybe they're tanky enough, or they feel tanky enough. It looks like it. Look at them. They're like, let's go guys, we got this.
Well, they have the Vladimir's offering plus team power as well, and actually with team power, which isn't activated at the moment on Cheo, he was hitting for like 300 plus damage. And 29 minutes in, that's actually quite a lot. Plus of course the Desolate onto heroes as well on top of it. And it's gonna be at least a secondary melee Rex, maybe not the ranged, because they're probably gonna back off, or they have the reverse polarity, I guess
Who
they can
cares
stay
about
as well.
ranged anyway?
Oh, Cheo, he's gonna go down. Chrissy wants to go in. There's the Stampede coming out. Actually, Paralyzing Cask is pretty damn nice. Blade Mail on Nature's Prophet, but Rior, oh, another 3-man reverse polarity. Burrow Strike to follow up as well. No problem for him. And just 3 heroes down once again.
I think that's it. But yep, there's still a swap on the Witchdog. They're gonna get him really, really fast, and well, the Lich is not even moving. He already gave up. That's, I don't know, those RPs, they were godly. But the funny thing is, the Magnus wasn't even the main initiator. Like, his RPs mostly came as a secondary initiation after Hoofstorm, after Swap or anything like that. But still, like, we had, the highest was a 4-man RP, and all the other RPs, there were 2 or 3 targets, and yeah, it just worked out. Rave, mobility, nice ganks, nice team fights, nice RPs, and MVP, they couldn't really answer what was asked here by Rave. But we have a second game.
Yes, we do. So it is a 2-game series, like HeflaTV just said. So guys, do not go anywhere. It's gonna come up in just a couple of minutes of time. At least, hopefully, it will. But in the meantime, guys, if you did enjoy what we did here, be sure to follow us on this channel as well as HeflaTV 2 and HeflaTV, the English coverage channels for Dota. The links are below the stream as well to describe our other channels and what they are, as well as our social media. You can follow us there to get the latest updates on when we're going live, with what games, with what tournaments, on what channels. And, well, I guess just see you guys in game number 2.